Akpo vio oba jadia akpo re po otahe re akpo fa ayoviu vriel ona is this a Nigerian tribe from ancient Hamid, from ancient Egypt. This is the topic that we want to discuss. What we need to know is that the history of Nigeria or pre-colonial Nigeria dates back to 11,000 years BCE, the recorded history that you can prove beyond any reasonable doubt. We want to look at this topic by asking questions like, who named Nigeria? Why did they name it? Why is that its former name was the Royal Niger Company? This is the woman that named that country. Nigeria is the creation of European imperialism. Its very name is after the river they also named. You name it, you own it. So until and unless we change what Flora Shaw and Frederick Lugard did and remove even the borders, Nigeria today will still be a colony of the British. Apologies in using the name Nigeria and other names. It's only for communication purposes. The current borders, nationalistic furore by anyone, has nothing to do with us melanin dominant human beings, but a lot to do with European colonial projects that obscures our inheritance of great civilizations on earth, like ancient Hamid as well as Sumeria. What we want to ask is, which Nigerian tribe is from ancient Hamid? We look at the hairstyles in ancient Africa. We see a woman with waves in 1909 in Nigeria, West Africa. Same as Pharaoh Manikaura with waves in 2530 BCE, Hemet, North Africa. We see an Igbo man here with a hairstyle which symbolize power, status, affiliation, and religious beliefs, encoded with ritual properties. Same in Hamid as well as in West Africa. These diagrams are from Mr. Imhotep. You can visit him on Facebook and also Google him out. These are the Nsude pyramids, Igbo pyramids built by same people, same race. No one should come to you today and tell you anything else other than acknowledging that these Nsude pyramids in West Africa were built by our own ancestors. Also known as Igbo pyramids in Nsude, Enugu State in Nigeria. Pyramids numbering 10, a secular stepped, and were made of clay. They bear striking resemblance to the stepped pyramid of Saqqara in ancient Hamid. The reason will become clear because a tribe that lived in Saqqara will be identified in this video. This Obas pyramid in Benin, in the place they call Nigeria, same as Amenemati's pyramid in Hamid. This is not coincidence. This is proof that the same people migrated from Hamid to this West Africa. There is Rakumet, and Yoruba man, Yoruba king. DNA tests which were done in 2017 proved that substantial number of sub-Saharan genes were found in ancient people of Hamid. This a Nigerian tribe from ancient Hamid, the Yorubas, and we've seen the Igbos, and we see those in Benin, the dignitaries. So it's very, very, very clear. From one of the most powerful and dominant empires, now known as Benin, after the Portuguese changed original name Igodo Migodo, whose kingdom and rulers call themselves kings from the sky, or Zulus. This is the kingdom. They built structures, they built great walls, great cities, which were greater than even the Chinese wall. This is evidence, there is proof about it. It was destroyed by the British, these walls. Indeed, out of this kingdom, Igodo Migodo, we want to look at one of the tribes that is rarely mentioned or rarely known. This tribe indeed is known as the Urhobo. This tribe was in ancient Hamid, was driven out of ancient Hamid with all other tribes by the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, and there was also intertribal battles amongst themselves. It was not a single tribe. When they settled in Benin, they also had conflict with other tribes. And even up to date, they still carry animosities with Itsekiri tribe. This is the Urhobo land. And Isoko to their east, and Ijo to the Atlantic Ocean. And the Igbo and many others, this is in the state known as the Delta State in Nigeria. The Urhobos are Bantu and the melanin dominant people who came from Hamit, settled in Igodo with roots in ancient East Africa, Hamit. That is true. There is the Benin kingdom, and there is Urhobo, their land, and this is how they migrated, went to West Africa via East Africa after the conquest of Hamit. How Benin fell was it was spied by these Europeans, and when they went back, they strategized to destroy it. Western Sudan. Here, Western Sudan. Let's read a little bit about it. The Urhobo people, like all other ethnic groups in Western Africa who make up the territory called Nigeria today, here, fled from the Sudan, here, fled from here. See, here. And they also appeared to have conspired to keep their whereabouts secret and their flight hidden across the Trans-Sahara trade route, Sahel, here, which we are showing via Chad or Chadi. Now, they were determined to keep their identity secret so that they can escape from their ferocious foes, especially their king, King Ayerada of Isoko lineage, who was bent on converting the whole of Ethiopia and Nubia, which is South Sudan today, to Christianity by the sword, so that people could follow the Bible. And they were motivated to leave and settled here in West Africa. You can read a lot of the story and explanation here. This is Urhobo Cultural Group, 1950s. Go to this website as also Western Nigeria, Urhobo, read Kwekude. You will see and read a lot of stuff. More examples of how the Urhobo share a lot of cultural as well as spiritual synchronicity with all other melanin dominant human beings who settled all over Africa. Wrestling. This is Egyptian wrestling, same as the Wolof, the Serere in Senegal. Same here. Same as in Hamid and the Sudan. Linguistics. Urhobo language and people and cultural is same. This is Great Benin. The Edo people are an ethnic group primarily found in Edo State, Edoid groups, and spread across the Delta, Urhobo and Isoko, Ondo and Ekiti, Lagos, Bayelsa and Rivers, Egeni and Degema states of Nigeria, as well as other neighboring African countries like Benin, Togo, and Ghana. They speak the Edo language and are the descendants of the founders of the Benin Empire, Great Benin Empire. This one. This is where they ran to. The remote creator. They call the creator Ohene, who is supreme creator of the Urhobo and the Isoko people in southern Nigeria. He is believed to have created the world. Osanobua is the name for the creator that is found in the Edo language. Ogene is beyond human comprehension and is only known by his actions. It's the creator Omsiki, beyond the chasm, neither a spirit nor a being nor any entity that a human mind can explain, because the creator is so distant, remote, and unknown. Therefore they don't build temples for him, they don't offer any prayers, or they don't have priests or prayers or sacrifices to this creator, because he's beyond. What do you give that which is beyond material? If an Urhobo feels oppressed, they appeal to Ogene by talking to him. It's the best they can do, and the best that we can do. So it's same as any other melanin dominant human beliefs. Urhobos believe also in divinities, gods or goddesses, Mondoro, Amalinda, shown here, same. Because they believe that the creator is not a spirit or a being, is beyond. Therefore they have these divinities that are classified as guardian divinities, war divinities, prosperity and fertility divinities, and ethical divinities, same as any other melanin-dominant human beings anywhere on earth. So scholars who come today and tell us that the Urhobos are Hebrew Israelites must also tell us how they started to worship ancestors, who taught them to worship ancestors, because ancestor reverence and animism predates Hebrew Israelite doctrine, the Bible, the Torah, Moses, Abraham, Adam, by billions of years, not millions of years, billions of years, almost 3 billion years, the religion that I'm talking about. So you can't tell us anything that they are Hebrew Israelites. When we say they are Kemites, it is because of the civilization that they built and that they lived there, and they were dispersed and removed by the Greeks, the Romans, and the Persians, and the white Arabs, the Muslims, and the Christians, and pagans. That's what we are saying. So here again, they do ancestor worship. This is an example of the Egungun. These are more examples of how Urhobo share a common cultural and spiritual synchronicity with all other Bantu or melanin dominant peoples on earth. Scholars who continue to tell us that the Urhobos and Yorubas and the Igbos are Hebrew Israelites tell us how and why they worship ancestors orally without any quivering or any sense of guilt. Because this is our culture, this is our spirituality, ancestor reverence. It's not in the Bible. So let's be strict about what evidence we deal with. The Bible came yesterday. Our traditions predates them. Our oral traditions are older. So they also have totems. The Hebrew Israelites don't know about totems. They don't even follow totems. If they follow totems, they who do know that totems are divinities, represent divinities via our ancestors. It incorporates, totems incorporates divinities and ancestors. That's why in ancient Hamit, they had composite images of totems as well as humans, an animal with a human body. It's totemic. These are the totems of the Urhobos. There is no African descent who is totemless. Do you know your totem? Have you activated your totems? You have to learn more about this. So the Urhobos have snake, spirit, animal totems, have their traditional healers, have the iguana, the lizard, have the crocodile, have the water, have the fish, and all other totems that other Bantus have. They also have taboos in which you should not kill and eat your animal totem. Same everywhere. They revere trees, especially one which has been struck by lightning, because they know that the divinities have sent their signature and a warning to humanity on the earth. And that tree is held sacred and revered. You can't find it in the Torah. You can't find that in the Bible. So, the Urhobos concept of man include the doctrine of Eri, man's spirit double, and predestination. The Urhobo believe in the duality of man. Predestination is what we call the afterlife, after judgment. The judgment gives you whether you come back or you ascend. And the Eri is the spirit, is Bantu. Ba is the spirit, Ntu is the tangible body, which they call Uguboma. It is the Eri that declares man's destiny. This is the soul, which is your identity at the end of the day. To learn more about these spiritual forces and these truths, subscribe to our channel, Hamit Hebrew Ethics, and also send us an email to learn the introduction to Bantu mysteries, Bantu foundations, so you can learn the power of definition, the ultimate power that is yours, that ties you to your Bantu and the melanin dominant identity. Is the Urhobo tribe from Hamit? Yes. There are people that migrated from Hamit, ancient Hamit, and they settled in West Africa via many places. It is very possible that the name of the patriarch, General Horemepo or Urhobo, who was the last pharaoh of the 18th dynasty, was assigned to the former most senior Aka ethnic group, Urhobo people. He ruled in Hamit from 1348 to 1335 BCE. The proof lies in the fact that the Urhobos once lived in both Zevaga and Amono in the ancient Hamit. The Benis, who dominated the Benin Empire, Benin Kingdom, lived in Bini, while the Itsekiris lived in Goshen, so-called Goshen in your Bible, all on the right side of the river Hapi, or so-called Nile, while the Yorubas lived in Sakare or Sakara or Sakara, as we know it, and other places on the opposite side of the Nile. From there, they lost Hamit and migrated west via many other places. We are all melanin dominant human beings. We connect to each other via many cultural and spiritual practices. Let's unite. Let's be one. Let's fight one enemy who is melanin recessive human being or melanin recessive minded melanin dominant human beings. Subscribe to our channel Community Iburu Ethics. This picture by LM Dumizulu. Saying till we meet again. Edupe, Siabonga, Tatenda, thank you, Henkos.